Hello everyone, I'm Greta Tita G. Tomoyor. I will be discussing the topic valuing yourself and others. So in this topic, our objectives are the following. Discuss how discovering your purpose will give meaning to your existence. Second, identify what you have. Third, explain how discovering your gift will reveal your value. And number four, applying the truth of valuing others. First, discover your gift. So, discovering your gift will give meaning for your existence. As I mentioned last time in our discussion, that the key to life or the meaning for your existence is found in discovering the purpose why the Creator put you here on earth. Nothing is more tragic than a life without purpose. Why is purpose important? Because you were made for a purpose. So purpose is very important because the creator created you for a purpose. And if you fail to discover the purpose why you were born, why you exist, your life will have no meaning. You will be wondering why, and you will never know the reason for your existence. At pakiramdam mo walang kabuluhan ang buhay mo kapag ka napapagod ka, nagkakaproblema ka, or you fail. Kapag negatibo lahat yung nakikita mo sa palibot mo at wala ka nakikita magandang nangyayari sa buhay mo. That's why purpose is very important so that whatever circumstances you encounter will always give you the mindset that you are here for a purpose and everything you experience has a purpose. Nothing happens without a purpose. So in order for you to discover the divine purpose, first discover your gift. Okay, so let us first summarize about purpose, what I have discussed last time. It says here, purpose will give meaning for your existence. It will give you reason why you wake up every day. So once you discover and understand the reason for your existence, this will give you the reason and will give you excitement to wake up every day. Second, it will give you reason to live. You are living not for others, not for yourself, but the purpose why the Creator put you here on earth. Third, purpose is the heart to life. Purpose is the key to life. If you remember the illustration, the example that we have discussed about Mr. Cambridge, he wanted to end his life because he failed to discover the reason for his existence. He's a successful man, successful businessman, family man. His children are all professionals and they are the one running his business, a multi-million dollar business. They have a beachfront house, yet he said he was unfulfilled. He said that my bank account is filled, but I am unfulfilled. People know me, but I do not know myself because he failed to discover the reason for his existence. Number four, purpose is the source of priorities. Now, in making priority or in ranking the things you wanted to do, it must be based from your purpose. Not your own purpose, but the divine purpose, the reason for your existence. Dapat doon sentro, naka-base ang foundation, the foundation of your priority, of your ranking, of ranking your priorities in life is based on the purpose. If not, if your priorities are not based on the purpose, then it says here it is dangerous and detrimental. So the absence of priority is dangerous and detrimental. Or if your priority is based in your own agenda, not on the divine purpose, then it is very dangerous and detrimental. So the absence of priority results first of all in the wasting of time and energy. So it means sinasayang mo yung oras mo kapag ang priority mo ay hindi naka-base sa yung divine purpose. Yung time mo at saka lakas mo. Second, the absence of priority results in preoccupation with the unimportant. So, what are the important and what are the unimportant? So, the important thing are those things that are related to your purpose, and the unimportant thing are activities that is not related or that are not related to your purpose. Those are unimportant or less important. So, if you don't know your purpose, of course, you will not do things that are aligned with the purpose. So, you are preoccupied in how to earn money. Ayan. So, paano kumita? Paano umangat yung buhay? Yan yung karamihan na basis. But, your priority, you should base it from the manual of life, which is the divine purpose na sinasabi. So, the absence of priority, ang resulta ay preoccupied with things that are not important. Things that you will be doing activities that are not related to the purpose why you were born. Third, preoccupation leads to investment. So absence of priority causes us to invest in the less valuable. So it means the things that we are doing, we are preoccupied with, kung ano yung pinagkakaabalahan mo, yun ay nagre-result na sa investment. Kung ano yung ini-invest mo sa time mo, yun ang mapapala mo. So pag nag-invest ka sa walang kabuluhan, siyempre babalik sa'yo walang kabuluhan. But if you are occupied with the things that are or activities that are related to your purpose, so that will lead you to your destiny. So absence of priority causes us to invest in the less valuable. So kagaya ng sabi natin kanina, unimportant, they are the less valuable also. So any activity that you are doing that is not related to your purpose is less valuable. So you will be just wasting your time and you are investing on things that are not related to your purpose, so you are wasting your time, or the investment will not go, hindi siya lasting, will not be valuable because those are things that are less valuable, hindi related sa yung purpose. Number four, one of the most serious consequences of absent priority is that it leads to the abuse of gifts and talents. Of course, since you do not know the purpose why you were born, you will be using your gifts and talents in the activities or anything that is not related to your purpose. So you are abusing it above norm. So hindi dapat yun ginagamit yung gift mo, ang talent mo para sa mga bagay na yan, pero ginamit mo dyan dahil hindi mo alam kung ano yung dahilan bakit ka nabubuhay sa mundong ito. Number five, finally, absence of priority results in failure. So, wala kang joy sa puso mo. There is no contentment. Even though in the sight of other people, you are successful. For example, Dr. Clyde Wilson, in our last topic, he was already a licensed medicine, and his achievement in the community was noticed by the mayor. That's why he was given the award. He has the award, and the parents are proud of him. He has a car, he has money, he has house, but he is not fulfilled because he knows that that is not his passion. That's not the purpose why he was born. So he gave up all those things just to follow what is his passion and fulfill his purpose. So it means you can be successful in the wrong assignment. It will result to failure. So kaya ganun yung nangyari kay Dr. Clyde Wilson. That's why it's very important for you to discover the reason for your existence. And your true ability and potential should not be measured by the limitations of an academic test or an intelligence quotient score. So your ability is not for your uh, own agenda. Okay? And it should not be measured by your academic test. Kapag mababa ang score mo sa exam or the IQ test mababa, ay wala ka nang galing. No. Your potential is not based on that academic test or in the IQ, on the IQ test. So it's not based there because that gift or talent or potential that you have is given to you by the creator so that because you will use that to fulfill your purpose. So that's why it's very important for you to discover your gift. So discover your gift and specialize. It means you find out what you are good at and then develop, deploy, and excel. So, in order to understand why the Creator has blessed us with potentials, we must understand first the purpose of our potential, the talents, the abilities, and gifts that we have. So, as I said a while ago, that your potential is related to your purpose because your true ability, okay? So, hindi pa yan, your true ability is sana yon. Your true ability is not given to you for your own agenda. But your true ability and potential should not be measured by the limitations of an academic test. O yung sinasabi natin. Hindi yan. But or the norms of the society. So whatever you have, whatever is your gift, whatever is your ability, whatever is your talent, it should not be determined by the society, by our culture, by economic and educational norms, but it is based given to you by the creator because you will use that for your purpose. So God created mankind and he built into each of us unlimited potential. Remember, you have a will of potential within you. Diba? He put his image in you. You are full of uh, ideas and full of potential. So ano kayang mayroon ka? So must discover what you have first. So listen carefully so that you will be able to identify what is your strength and what you are good at. So there are 8 multiple intelligence. Ito ang kay Garner na multiple intelligence. So you listen carefully, ano ang kategori ka na bilong, saang kategori ka na bilong at anong meron ka. Okay, so you have to listen and identify so that you will be able to answer the assignment. Okay, first, uh, multiple intelligence is visual spatial intelligence. What is this? Who are the people who have this kind of uh, intelligence? People who are strong in visual spatial intelligence are good at visualizing things. These individuals are often good with directions as well as maps, charts, videos, and pictures. Visual and spatial judgment, ito yung kanilang strength. How about the characteristics? They are they are good in putting puzzles together. They love to read and write. It means they enjoy that. They interpret pictures, graphs, and charts well. And then they enjoy drawing, painting, and the visual arts. Recognize patterns easily. So what are the potential career choices? Architect, artist, engineer. They can be also a teacher. So saan na sila? Magturo arts. Okay, number 2 is linguistic verbal intelligence. So, linguistic verbal intelligence, people who are strong in linguistic verbal intelligence are able to use words well, both when writing and speaking. They are good articulator. So, these individuals are typically very good at writing stories, memorizing information, and reading. So, what are their strengths? They're good in words, language, and writing. So, what are their characteristics? They remember written and spoken information, enjoy reading and writing, debate or give persuasive speech or speeches, are able to explain things well, use humor when telling stories. So, ano yung mga potential career choices? Okay, so if you are strong in linguistic verbal intelligence, your career choices for are the following: writer or journalist, lawyer, and teacher. Because you are good in writing and reading, and your strength are words, language, and writing. So, yun ang mga linguistic. Those who have the linguistic verbal intelligence. Third one is logical mathematical intelligence. Okay, so listen carefully so that you will be able to identify what you are good at. Logical mathematical intelligence are good at reasoning, or people who are strong in logical mathematical intelligence are good at reasoning, recognizing patterns, and logically analyzing problems. These individuals tend to think conceptually about numbers, relationships, and patterns, analyzing problems and mathematical operations. So they are good, or their strength is analyzing problem. They can use the formula. They know how to use the formula in using or solving problem. They have excellent problem solving skills. Enjoy thinking about abstract ideas like conducting scientific experiments can solve complex computations. So the potential career choices: scientist, mathematician, computer programmer, engineer, and accountant. And you can also be a teacher because you will teach in mathematics. So yan yung pangatlo. Okay, number four, bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Who are these people? Those who are good in bodily kinesthetic are people to be good at body movement, performing actions, and physical control. People who are strong in this area tend to have excellent hand-eye coordination and dexterity. So it means their strength are physical movement, motor, control. So magagaling sila sa sports at saka sayaw. They are skilled at dancing and sports, enjoy creating things with his or her hands. So they can create movement or steps sa mga dance, have excellent physical coordination. They have a graceful body movement. Remember by doing rather than hearing or seeing. So, ano yung mga potential career choices? Dancer, builder, sculptor, actor, and even also teacher if they will teach in MAPE. And number five is musical intelligence. So, alam mo na kung ano yung galing mo kapag dito ka nabilong. So, people who have strong musical intelligence are good at thinking in patterns, rhythms, and sounds. They have a strong appreciation for music and are often good at musical composition and performance. Rhythm and music is their strength or are their strength. So, ibig sabihin magaling sila sa timing. Ayan. Magaling sila kumanta at tumugtog ng music, conductor. So people with musical intelligence enjoy singing and playing musical instruments, recognize musical patterns and tones easily, remember songs and melodies, have a rich understanding of musical structure, rhythm, and notes. So kahit hindi ka marunong sa mga music or sa instrument, hindi ka rin ganun kagaling kumanta, but magaling ka sa timing at mag-compose. So, pwedeng dito ka pa din. So, if you're strong in musical intelligence, good career choices for you are musician, composer, singer, music teacher, and conductor. And number six is interpersonal intelligence. So, interpersonal intelligence, those who have strong interpersonal intelligence are good at understanding and interacting with other people. They know how to relate to other people. These individuals are skilled at assessing the emotions, motivation, desires, and intentions of those around them. They understand and relate to other people, or understanding and relating to other people, that those are their strengths. And people with interpersonal intelligence are good in communicating or communicate well verbally, are skilled at nonverbal communication. So when we say nonverbal, in the gestures, their actions, even though they are not talking, their actions will reveal. So they are good on that, verbally and nonverbal. See situations from different perspectives, create positive relationship with others, resolve conflicts in group settings. So those are the characteristics. What are the potential career choices? Psychologist, philosopher, counselor, salesperson, politician, or negosyante. Salesperson, magaling mag-market, magaling mag-sales talk. Ayan. So, mga interpersonal, mga madaldal, talkative, and magaling sila sa pakikipagkapwa-tao. Ayan. Another one is intrapersonal. So if interpersonal is good in interacting with other people, intrapersonal intelligence naman, ito yung mga tao na kahit silent type sila, okay, ay magaling sila sa uh, intrapersonal, ibig sabihin magaling sila sa kanilang emotion. Ibig sabihin they are good at being aware of their own emotions, states, or feelings and motivations. They tend to enjoy self-reflection and analysis. Kahit maghapon sila mag-isa, they can enjoy. Mag-i-enjoy sila. Unlike ng interpersonal, pag wala siyang kausap, malungkot. Pero ang intrapersonal, kahit wala siyang kausap, okay lang sa kanya. Okay, so they are good uh, in or they enjoy self-reflection, exploring relationship with others and assessing their personal strengths, introspection and self-reflection. So those are their strengths. And the characteristics, they analyze their strength and weakness as well, enjoy analyzing theories and ideas, have excellent self-awareness, understand the basis for his own or her motivations and feelings. Sabi ko sa inyo, kahit mag-isa lang siya, he can enjoy. Ano yung potential career choices? Pwede maging psychology, philosopher, writer, theorist, and scientist. Okay, and lastly is naturalistic intelligence. So, naturalistic intelligence, those people who are good, okay, in finding patterns and relationships to nature. So, this type of intelligence, they are interested in nurturing, exploring the environment, and learning about other species. These individuals are said to be highly aware of even subtle changes to their environment. And they love to plant. Okay, people with naturalistic intelligence are interested in subjects such as botany, biology, and zoology. Ibig sabihin ay magaling sila sa, may passion sila sa pag-aalaga ng hayop, may passion sila sa pagtatanim. Ayan. Categorize and catalog information easily. Enjoy camping, gardening, hiking, and exploring the outdoors. Ibig sabihin, they're adventurous, gustong-gusto nila yung nature kasi gusto nila sa outdoor. Dislike learning unfamiliar topics that have no connection to nature. So it means they love to hear topics about nature. So potential career choices, biologist, conservationist, gardener, and farmer. So among those eight, nauna kanina, uh, visual special intelligence, magaling mag-drawing, mag-paint, magaling sa visual arts. Linguistic verbal intelligence, they are linguistic, it means they are articulator, magaling sila gumamit ng mga words. Third, logical mathematical intelligence, magaling sa mathematics, mag-solve ng mga problems, even the abstract, okay, arranging patterns or abstract reasoning. Number 4, bodily kinesthetic intelligence, magaling sa sports and dance movement or magaling sumayaw. Musical intelligence, magaling kumanta sa music, sa timing, o magaling sa mga instrument, magtugtog, magaling mag-compose or conductor. Okay? Interpersonal intelligence, they know how to relate to other people. They are also talkative, ma-friendly, mapala kaibigan. Okay? So, magaling silang makipag-usap. Number 7, intrapersonal intelligence. They are always aware of their uh, environment at sa kanilang feelings at sa kanilang motivation. Number 8, naturalistic intelligence. They love to plants and they love animals. Ayan. Yun ang mga gustong-gusto nilang gawin, mag-alaga ng hayop at mag-alaga ng or mga tanim. So those are 8. So sa 8 na yon, saan ka? So that's one of your assignment. So what shall you do now in order to discover the specific reason for your existence? Now, among those 8, after identifying what you have, take time now to discover what is your gift. So, alam mo na kung saan ka magaling. You specialize now. Saan ka dyan? So, sabi mo, ang dami kong, alam, ang dami kong galing dyan. So, just rank it. Ano yung pinaka number 1 mo? Anong pinaka? And then, after discovering that, you specialize. It means you focus. Isa ka lang sa isang strength ka lang muna mag-focus. Hindi lahat. Okay? So, hindi lahat. So, how to specialize? Become who you were born to be or to do by specializing on your gift. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong mag-specialize ka sa iyong gift. Okay, bago tayo magdiretso sa number 3, discover your gift. You can discover your gift through the multiple intelligence. Ayan, na-identify mo na. Sa 8 na yon, kailangan i-rank mo. So, develop yourself in order to become unique and rare. Yun yung sinasabi ko. You must develop yourself so that you will find your uniqueness. Saan ka? Kakaiba. So, the rare stone is, the more the rare stone is, the more it is more valuable. So make a plan how to excel in your gift. Read books, watch in YouTube, and spend time with people who have the same gift or passion like you. Deploy yourself. You must practice by deploying yourself in order to excel in your gift. So dapat alam mo yon. So, what are you passionate about? Saan ka ba nag-i-enjoy? Ano ba yung gustong-gusto mong gawin na may kinalaman sa iyong gift? Then, take time to identify the problem. So, ano kayang problema ang nakikita mo that irritates you, that you have the solution? Or you frequently encounter for which you have the problem that you frequently encounter for which you have a solution. It could be that you possess the skills, ideas, or gift needed to address that issue. So ano yung mga nakakairita na nakikita mo at mayroon kang idea paano isolve, o mayroon kang skill paano isolve, o mayroon kang gift para ma-address yung issue na yan. So embrace the responsibility to care for and manage the resources and opportunities God has entrusted to you. So here are some of the questions that will guide you. So here are some questions to guide you in discovering and understanding God's specific purpose for your life. What is the problem that irritates you because it is easy for you to solve? So ano kayang problema na yon na nakikita mo na kung saan ay may solution ka? Number two, what is the burden in your heart that keeps coming to your mind which you cannot ignore but feel compelled to fulfill? Ano kaya yung paulit-ulit na nasa puso mo na kung saan hindi mo kayang i-ignore, kundi gagawin mo talaga siya? Number three, what is the vision that you see beyond which does not leave your mind and for which you desperately need God's help to fulfill? Ano yung vision mo na kung saan ay hindi na aalis, nakikita mo na gusto mong gawin, hindi na aalis. At hindi mo kayang gawin na mag-isa ka lang. Kailangan mo ang creator in order for you to fulfill it. Number four, what is the product, goods, or services you want to create that will solve the problems of many? So ano kaya yon? Problema ng karamihan na kung saan mayroon kang product na pwedeng gawin or service na i-offer or tulong na i-offer. What is something you want to do that will lighten the lives of millions? O ano yung magagawa mo na mapapagaan ang buhay ng karamihan? For me, because I'm focusing on writing books and materials, I have created a curriculum. Okay, curriculum for any churches that recognizes God as the creator. So, yun yung ginawa kong curriculum na nakita kong problema nung gumawa ako ng research na karamihang problema ng churches na walang curriculum. So, what is something you want to do that will become your legacy and serve as a solution to the problems of your generation and the next? So, ano kaya yon? Yung pwede mong maiwan, legacy, hindi statwa, kundi something that you do that will give solution to the problems of our generation. Number seven, what is something you are passionate about that will impact millions of people? So, ano kaya ang magagawa mo na may burden ka pa ulit-ulit hindi nawawala, na pag ginawa mo ito, maraming matutulungan. Hindi lang isang tao, hindi lang family mo, hindi lang community mo, but millions of people. Number eight, what is the dream that never leaves you and is meant for your community or generation? You must believe it that you have something to do that makes you significant. That's the purpose why you were born. Something that you're going to do that will solve the problem of many people and enhance their lives. Mapapagaan ang kanilang buhay. So mayroon ka. Okay? So, yan yung pinakauna. Isa sa mga sasagutan mo. Pumili ka dito, isa or dalawa, na uh, magga-guide sa'yo para makita mo kung saan ka magaling. So, you must believe. These questions are significant, wide-ranging, and come with a heavy responsibility. So, it's your responsibility. You must believe that you possess the potential to fulfill it. God has placed His image and likeness in you. For that purpose, He has equipped you and provided for all your needs. Ayan, yung bawat isa sa atin ay in-equip niya na tayo lahat na kailangan natin para ma-fulfill yung dahilan bakit tayo nandito sa mundong ito ay binigyan ka niya. So those questions will guide you. So first, you must believe na meron kang galing na ganon. Number two, paradigm shift. So dahil naniniwala ka, pwedeng mabago ang iyong isipan. Okay. So before this, uh, kailangan ay maintindihan mo kung ano yung walong yon at kailangan paniwalaan mo na isa doon yung masosolve mo or sasagutan mo. So, it takes paradigm shift and the right mindset to discover. Kailangan mong maniwala muna. Pagkatapos ay mababago yan yung pananaw mo sa sarili mo. Ganun pala ako kahalaga, ganun palang mayroon ako. And believe your God-given purpose. Kasi kailangan mo yon. God put His image and likeness in you. So even though God has fully equipped you with inherent potential and provided all the resources you need to fulfill that purpose, if you do not believe and you are not convinced that your God given purpose is so vast, tremendous, and beyond your abilities, you will never commit to fulfill that. So you were created to live an extraordinary life, not a mediocre life. So your experiences are preparation. So everything in life is working together for your good. So lahat na nangyayari sa buhay mo, the personalities that you have, the parents, and the communities, and the course you are taking now, or whatever are your experiences, they are all related to your purpose. Nothing happens without purpose. So every challenges you encounter is an opportunity to grow. The pressures are for your promotion. The struggles are meant to help you to come up with strategies, and delays are for preparation and equipping. So you may experience unpleasant circumstances, but God is watching you. So challenges and problems are all part of your journey. God is orchestrating everything for your good, for your preparation. So He is preparing you for your task because He has given you a greater task or a great task because you are extraordinary. He is preparing you, He's aligning you, and developing your character. Excuse me. For the breakthrough. So that is very important. So surround yourself with positive people, those who believe in you. Huwag yung mga taong pagtatawanan ka, mamaliitin ka, mawalan ka ng gana yan. So surround yourself with people who believe in you, who will guide you and inspire you, who will help you yung magko-coach sa'yo. Pag sinabi mong coach, somebody who will help you to release what is inside you, what is the best inside you. So you are equipped to fulfill the divine purpose. So find a mentor. And then commit to write a plan. Okay. Commit to write a plan. Committing to write a plan based on the purpose. Ano ba yung purpose? So mahalaga 'yon. Ano kaya yung purpose na uh, itinalaga ka or nilikha ka or pinanganak ka? So do you have the unique purpose, a unique ability? So writing plan is a powerful exercise and it should be intentional. So mahalaga 'yon na isulat mo kung ano yung plano mo. 10 years from now, so in your Eutenics 1, ay tinuruan ko na kayo paano magsulat ng iyong plans 10 years from now. Then, year 1, year 2, year 3, anong gagawin mo? So, base your plan on His purpose. For many are the plans in man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. Proverbs 19:21. So, God's purpose for your life is unstoppable. No power can hinder or prevent it. From the foundation of the world, God set His purpose for you in motion. No force can cancel what the Almighty has decreed. Walang sino man ang makahadlang, walang makapagpahinto. Basta interesado ka at willing ka at nasumunod. Before you were even formed in your mother's womb, God already crafted a blueprint for your life. You are not the product of chance or coincidence. Hindi ka aksidente lang. You are the intentional masterpiece of the Creator. Kaya sabi sa Manual of Life, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. Yun yung sabi sa Manual of Life. So, the challenges you face, the disappointments you endure, and the mistakes you made do not intimidate God. In fact, they are the ingredients for your grand design. So, walang delay, it's just a preparation. God has a timetable. He will make all things beautiful beautiful in His time. So you are unstoppable. There's a truth that remains unshaken by time, unaltered by circumstance, and undefeated by opposition. God's purpose for your life is unstoppable. So yan ay nasa book ni Dr. Miles Monroe, Nothing Can Stop God's Plan for You. Okay, by Dr. Miles Monroe. So how are you going to value others now that you know that you are valuable, how significant you are, then how to value others? Now that you understand how valuable you are, how unique you are, how significant you are, because of that, you'll be able to value others. So how are you going to value them? You must understand and recognize that every human being was created for a purpose. Ito pa ulit-ulit nyo naririnig ito sa akin. Bawat isa sa atin ay nilikha dahil sa layunin. Number two, God never created a junk. Everyone was created with potential. So, you are never created na walang kabuluhan. Okay. God created you for a purpose. That's why you are important. Your presence on earth is necessary. It is essential for you to understand this. Okay. So, mahalaga to tap to your potential, okay, you have to understand, discover it. So if you were aware of how much power and worth you have, the first thing that would be affected would be your attitude toward yourself. It is in your mindset. Many of us have difficult time projecting a good attitude toward others because we feel badly about ourselves. Great positive thinkers and personal motivators, along with psychologists, all agree that if you feel good about yourself, then your attitude toward others will be influenced by that attitude. Attitude is the mindset. However, many positive thinking programs, this is simply an attempt to convince oneself by mental assent that you are good, that you are of value and worth. Is an attempt to convince you of something you don't believe. So, dapat maniwala ka sa dapat maniwala ka na ganun ka kahalaga na punong-puno ka ng potential. So, on the contrary, what we are discussing here is something different. We are talking about fact grounded in truth and reality. So, hindi ko to kuro-kuro, akin-akin lang, but stated in the manual of life. So, I believe that your worth, value, and potential have all been given by God. And there is a formula, test or scheme to measure the full extent of these qualities. So, how to value others? Yan, so kanina na binasa natin. Mahalaga, okay? 1 and 2, nabasa ko na. Number 3, every human being was created for a specific assignment. You were born to do a specific assignment. So, you have a mission to do. That's your purpose. That's why He has given you the talent because you are going to serve that to your generation. So, everyone was blessed with a gift and is obligated to, and is obliged to serve it to his generation. So, yun sinasabi ko, the gift that you have is not for yourself. You are to serve that to our generation. Okay? So, kaya kailangan ay gawin mo kung ano yung assignment mo. You were created to do your specific assignment to benefit your generation. And if you fail to fulfill it, the next generation will suffer the consequence. That's why there's a lot of problem in our world now because a lot of people fail to fulfill their purpose. So, mahalaga uh, alam mo na kailangan ka sa mundong ito, your presence is necessary. You must believe that, and you must believe that you are significant, and you must be sure. You must be convinced now that you have a purpose. So, the question here, have you discovered your purpose? Number 2, what is your gift? What are your plans in order to develop and excel in your gift? How are you going to value others? So, your assignment for this topic is to answer these 3 questions here, right in one whole yellow pad paper. Number 1, have you discovered your purpose? Yes or no? What is your gift? So, andun kanina sa 8 multiple intelligence. What are your plans in order to develop and excel in your gift? Anong gagawin mo ngayon? Number 3, how are you going to value others? And number 4 questions is just choose among the 8 questions that I mentioned a while ago, yung 8 na tanong kanina, ito, here are some questions to guide you in discovering and understanding God's specific purpose for your life. So, these are the 8 questions that you have to choose kung ano dyan yung nag-resonate sa'yo. So, yon ang Number four. So ito yung number four. Pumili ka dito. Ano yung mga tanong dito that guides you, that lead you to your to discover your purpose or your burden or your passion, your vision. So don't forget to write your assignment in yellow pad paper, and please leave a comment below so that I will know that you have watched the video. Please answer the questions according to the explanation in this video. Don't answer it according to your own opinion na wala naman dito sa diniscuss ko. So you have to answer the question according to the explanation in this video. So that's all for this video. God bless everyone.